I'm overweight, so I walked 10,000 steps a day. This is probably relevant to at least a few of us here.
Did you know that more than 5 million people die each year because they don't move enough?
Yeah, I could believe that.
Yeah, I recently learned that fact and my life flashed before my eyes because that's been my life lately. I work from home and I haven't
Yeah, I respect this energy. I respect this energy.
been doing a good job at getting movement every day. Some days, I don't even hit 2,000 steps a day.
See, I have a job that is not just YouTube. So I do have to go outside and I do have to walk. I know that keyboard. What is that keyboard?
Movement every That's been my life lately. I work from home.
Oh, no, I know that keyboard as well. Fuck. I've 100% seen it. The Keychron, yeah, Keychron 1 Pro. Yeah.
Home and I haven't been doing a good job at getting movement every day. Some days, I don't even hit 2,000 steps a day. Yikes. And
Yeah, 2,000 is rough. 2,000 is like a... If you go for a 10... If you walk for 10 minutes, you will have done at least 2,000.
yeah, it shows on the scale. Something needed to change. So I did the most trendy health trend known to man. I walk 10,000 steps a day, every day, for 30 days. I mean, people online swear it changes everything, right?
Surely.
I track energy, mood, productivity, and weight. It didn't go perfectly,
Oh!
but let's just say the results were interesting.
Thursdays and weekends you break. I don't have a set roster. The weekends I don't work, but besides that, every other day I might work. Depends on the day.
All right, it's day one of me walking 10,000 steps a day. We're starting off strong. We're going on a hike. My wife wants to go on a hike.
You going through a
I haven't been
fucking desert?
hiking in like 10 years, so this will be fun. We hiked for 2.5 hours. We live in Phoenix and the scenery is just
That makes
beautiful.
sense.
It was fun, but I can already tell doing it this way isn't realistic every day.
Yeah.
Made it home. 10,000.
Hey, let's go.
27. Perfect. It's gonna take all of that for me to hit 10,000 steps every day.
Yep. I'm assuming he gets a under desk treadmill.
This is gonna be harder than I thought. So that's when I knew.
Yeah, 10,000 steps, if you're walking at a normal pace, is about an hour and a half-ish, somewhere in that range.
I was going to need a plan. I couldn't knock this out in one go. My apartment has this walking path. Each lap around is 3/4 of a mile. So my plan is in the morning is to walk a lap with my dog because he deserves some exercise too. His name is
Oh, look at it.
Milo, and then do a lap by
Milo,
myself.
cute dog.
So together,
What at kilometers or miles? I don't know. Well, that depends on your stride length. You know what? Let's look it up. How far is 10,000 steps in kilometers? Equal to about 8 kilometers. 7 to 10 kilometers. Somewhere in that range. Five-ish miles. Somewhere in that range.
that should be 1.5 miles. A great start to my day. All I gotta do is follow the orange dots.
Got to include this shot. Very important shot.
And that's 2 laps.
Hey.
The laps around.
Also, like, you can... I think this is a mistake a lot of people make. You don't have to just, like, go outside and do nothing. listen to an audiobook, listen to a podcast, download a YouTube video and listen to it in the background. You have modern technology to make this enjoyable. Do something with that time.
The apartment complex typically get me maybe 5,000 to 6,000 steps. So what I typically do is around lunchtime, laps around the apartment complex typically get me maybe 5,000 to 6,000 steps. So what I typically do is around lunchtime, I'll grab my treadmill.
Not like that.
I typically don't do that. Jeez, okay. And I'll walk while I work. I do this for about 30 to 45 minutes and helps get me a few more steps. Turns out walking at my desk doesn't always register on my watch. So,
yeah.
I stick my phone in my pocket. Not perfect, but it works.
Well, when it's not counting it, it's less about hitting that exact number and knowing you've done the time, right? Some argue boredom is better for you, that you don't have to stimulate yourself always. Sure. I agree. It's good to not be always engaged with technology. But we're talking about different goals here, right? We're not talking about, like, sort of separating yourself from social media, separating yourself from videos. We're talking about specifically the goal of getting that workout in. And if that's how you end up getting the workout in, like, it's better than not doing it, right?
All right, it is now well past.
Yeah, gotta be like, most people are not gonna be like psychos like David Goggins. Break your fucking So, David Goggins, I forgot what the disease, what was the disease called? Or like, issue called? David Goggins' knees. High tibial osteotomy. Basically, he had no cartilage left in his knees because he's a fucking and he was running on that. Because David Goggins is a fucking psycho. Most people are not gonna be like David Goggins. Yeah, his knee cartilage completely gone, and then he ran another 50 miles. Yeah. That's not healthy. Like, he has the opposite problem. That's not healthy for you. Like, there is a, it's like a brain strength thing, but he's not going to be walking. How old is he now? How old is Goggins? He's 50. I will be incredibly surprised if he could, like, assume we don't, like, we are able to, did he get knee replacements? I believe yes. Also, we are working on tech to, like, regrow cartilage. Like, there's a high probability he won't be able to walk by the time he's 70. Even though he is so fit, like, his body will just break down to the point where he is physically unable to walk. I think he's gonna be fine, low-key. I think there is a middle ground between Goggins and doing nothing. There's somewhere in the middle there that's probably a lot healthier to be in.
The day kind of got away from me. Right now I'm at 8,200 steps, so I still got some to go. Time to hop back on the treadmill.
I've considered getting an under-desk treadmill.
That is 10,000 steps. Good night. So I pretty much did this every day.
Bro, it's either run 300 miles randomly or not doing anything. Exactly. There's no middle ground. There's no, like, healthy middle ground of being fat and overweight and destroying your body by running way too much.
Over and over and over again. So at this point I became curious. Where did this whole 10,000 steps a day thing even come from? So I did some research. Turns out it actually started out as a marketing campaign. Back in the 60s, a Japanese company released a pedometer called Mampo K, which literally translates to 10,000 step meter. But get this, they didn't choose 10,000 because of science. They chose it because the Japanese character for 10,000 looks like a little walking person.
Makes sense, yeah.
Somehow that number stuck. It spread around the world and became a popular fitness goal. We'll get into if doing this will actually make an impact on my life. But first, we've got to talk about how this challenge became somewhat of a challenge for me. Alright, so I decided to come to a park because, to be honest, it started getting a little repetitive, doing the same routine over and over again. While walking today, I was thinking if what I'm doing is even, worth it, or am I wasting my time? I was reflecting on why I'm doing this. I really would like to get more active and ideally lose some more weight, get back to what I used to.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I got lazy with the gym, and, yeah, I know exactly the feel the vibes he's going for here. I was I'm not, majorly overweight, but, I know exactly what he's talking about here. You look back at, and because I do videos every day, I can look back at videos from, a year and a half ago. I was like, wow, fuck, I should get back to this, shouldn't I?
Used to be a few years ago. Is it enough? I don't think it's enough to dramatically lose weight, but obviously I think it's better than what I was doing before, which wasn't doing many steps at all. But I am wondering if it's 10,000. We talked about earlier how it's not really scientific at all. It came from some marketing campaign. So am I wasting my time here? I'm wondering that. I will be honest and
oh no, okay, let's just say 10,000's a bullshit number. 10,000 is better than 8,000. It's better than 5,000. It's better than 0. Is 10,000 steps a day the most optimal way to spend your time to burn fat? No. Is 10,000 steps a day better than doing nothing at all? Absolutely. I think a lot of people hyperfixate on doing things optimally and then end up never doing anything to begin with.
Say it has been harder to get up to do this every day,
The optimal way is to start doing coke. Actually, you want to know the optimal way to lose weight? Start smoking. Smoking does 2 things. Yeah, meth also works, but if you don't want to do meth, start smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes suppress your appetite, and also they act as a distraction for your hands. So a lot of people just snack on stuff, just because they have free hands. Yes, you could do Ozempic, sure. You could do that, but cigarettes, no. This is a joke, obviously. Don't actually start smoking cigarettes, but they do suppress your appetite and they do distract your hands. This is actually a big part of the reason why a lot of people who stop smoking put on weight. Firstly, again, the appetite suppression. Secondly, a lot of people who stop smoking, they want to be doing something with their hands. And by doing that, they end up starting to snack a lot more. Good example of this is what was the name of Han's actor in Tokyo Drift? Fuck, I forgot his name.
He gave up smoking on
yes, AI, AI dialogue, this works. Sure.
screen, not for himself, but for the kids who watch him.
The reason Han snacks in the Fast and Furious movies is the origin of Han actually came from Better Luck Tomorrow. And Han in Better Luck Tomorrow was a chain smoker. I got the script for Tokyo Drift. Han did smoke, knowing that a lot of young folks watch Fast and Furious franchise. I just felt like it was not the right thing to do, to have a character that could possibly influence, the idea to be smoking, because it's a really bad habit and it's very unhealthy for you. Han in the script, if you really look at the Fast movies, barely talks. I felt like a snack, have a character having a snack, you could be within the scene and then still have something to do. As an actor, you're always looking for an activity, not just standing there. And when you snack, you can basically project what's going on internally through the snack.
Yes. Basically, a lot of smokers a lot of smokers start like snacking so they have something to do with their hands. A lot of people also start, a much better habit for that is you can actually get these, you can get like fake cigarettes. I don't mean vapes, but like fake cigarette shaped things that you can like play with in your hands.
Walking every day because, you know, obviously I'm not seeing the results, so I'm wondering, is what I'm doing worth it? You know, I tried going to the gym, you know, somewhat often, but I'll always fall off. So that's part of the reason I'm doing this channel, is to kind of keep me accountable. You know, if I'm filming it and I'm like telling myself I would like to get these challenges out there, I'm hoping that it'll keep me disciplined. I do like pickleball and stuff. I've been able to do some of that too this month.
Pickleball?
I've realized that that's helped my step count as well. But you know, I'm trying to find out what works for me. So this is what I'm trying to do with this channel. So drop in the comments if you know of a challenge you think I should try. I'm open as long as it's safe.
Is Robertson clear? Bought a pack of smokes across the street? Yeah, let's go.
But it's been fun so far, you know, to get out more into.
Every single shot he's been outside, there's just cactuses everywhere. I've never been to Phoenix. Are there just cactuses everywhere? Is this just like what Phoenix is like?
Enjoy nature. And since I work from home, it can be hard to do that. So I know it's been worth it for me for that, but health-wise,
it's Arizona, so yes. Okay, fair enough.
So to find out if what I was doing is even worth it, I called up Dr. Catherine Coral Stevens. She's an ER doctor, and we used to work at a summer camp together.
That's cool.
When I knew you, we were hiking like every day and taking a lot of steps.
Oh man, yeah, I can see why he wants to start losing weight. He was way skinnier then.
I was skinnier back then, actually. So I'm curious, as a doctor, like on the medical side, is taking 10,000 steps a day worth it, or am I wasting my time?
You're definitely not wasting your time. There's, I think, maybe a misconception of 10,000 steps being this marker that you need to hit every day.
I think the other thing with 10,000 is it's a nice round, it's a nice goal, right? It's a nice round number. It's why people like, you know, couch to 5K, things like it. It's a nice sounding number. Yeah, you can do more, and yeah, maybe you should do more. But it looks, it's a good amount of work, and it looks good as a goal to hit.
To like completely improve your health. I think for people just trying to get active, trying to improve their health, any amount of physical activity is very beneficial to your overall health in so many different ways. It helps your cardiovascular health, it lowers your blood pressure, lowers your stress.
When you see your general physician, they're like, oh, you know, how active are you? I don't know if you ask any of those kind of questions in the ER, and if so, does it correlate to any of the issues that people may come in with?
I would say one of the biggest ways it would come into play is when people do break bones, how active you are will affect sort of the recovery and also the treatment plan. Cardiovascular health is weak, surgery is more risky, it doesn't have as much benefit to do, and the recovery on certain ways that you break bones and how they recover can be much better if you do a surgery, but won't be chosen because it's not going to have a long-term benefit if you don't really walk or, you know, exercise, use that bone very much.
Whew. That was an interesting conversation. I'd hate to go to the ER or to the doctor and they tell me that they can't give me the best treatment possible because they don't think my heart can take it. For now, let's get back to walking, but there's gonna have to be some other changes in my life.
Okay.
That chat gave me the strength I needed to finish what I started. I took my last step. To be some other changes in my life. That chat gave.
How old do you think he is? He referred to his viewers as chat. He can't be older than. He's not older than me. Surely not. I reckon he's probably younger than me. $24? Very possible. He meant the chat with the doctor. I don't know. Is that what he meant? Maybe.
Gave me the strength I needed to finish
I don't know. Is he calling the viewers chat? Or is he saying that chat as in the chat he just had? I don't know, because it could be both.
What I started. I took my last step on my treadmill, and it felt good. And that's 10,000. We did it. I gotta be quiet because my wife is asleep. But yeah. All right, so let's start with energy and mood. I would say it has improved. At first, my energy was a little down, like the end of week 1. But by the time week 2 came around, my body got used to it, and I saw a little boost in energy and mood, I would say. My productivity.
That is one of the things that is one of the things that was nice. Again, I need to get back to the gym. I need to go back. He has a wife, so he's not that young. What if he met his wife when they were both in high school? Like, that's entirely possible. Like, I know people who got married at 18. But yeah, that's one of the things I need to get back to the gym for, right? Doing a hard cardio session, doing the sauna afterwards, it felt really good. It really did.
So increased, considering I had to make sure I got up and did those laps every day, including on the weekends. Did I lose any weight? Week 1, I started out at 249 pounds.
What is that in real units? 249 lb 2 kg. 112.
Week 4, I was at 245. So
Hey!
I lost 4 pounds. Not that bad considering I didn't change my diet.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got a big burger and chip plate. Holy shit, that's... Man, fucking American servings, man. American fucking servings. Jesus Christ. So giant American, that's a no, it's not. That's like double the number of fries we would have in Australia. So American-sized burger and fries, ramen, and pizza. Yeah, if this is your diet and you didn't change it, yeah, you're gonna have a limited effect for sure.
Diet at all, and I'm sure you know diet is the real way to lose weight. So I'm sure if I manage my diet a little more, watch what I eat better.
Yeah, maybe not the
so I'm sure if I manage my diet a little more, watch what
maybe not the 8-inch cookie. Sorry, I need it. Okay, I couldn't stop on that frame. That was I couldn't stop on that frame. And a cookie like this is fine if you're not eating the entire thing, but if you eat the entire thing, like this is a meal.
Eat better, I could have lost even more. Now, is 10,000 steps a day worth it? For me, it was. Obviously, I saw some improvements with energy, weight, productivity, all that. But mainly, it was able to kind of give me a great start to having a more active lifestyle.
Well, it's not just the 10,000 steps. It's also getting into the... It's not just the 10,000 steps. It's also getting outside in the sun. That's another big thing, right? A lot of people don't get enough sunlight. There was, if I remember, during COVID, I think it was like 90% of people that went into the ER had vitamin D deficiencies, right? And obviously people are inside more because of like the lockdown and stuff. But like people already had fucking cooked vitamin D levels. And that gets worse during winter. One of the best things I heard someone say about America is they eat as if they have free health. They eat as if they have free healthcare. Yeah. I have an extreme vitamin D deficiency even now because I literally never go out. At the very least, you should probably be supplementing then.
Also, if that's something you're looking for, I think this would be a great start if you're able to get 10,000 steps. Me starting this 10,000 steps a day challenge kind of helped me think about other ways I could be getting steps in more that isn't so monotonous. This month I was able to do pickleball. I also went skiing. That was a lot of fun.
Cool. That's why a lot of people don't go skiing. It's like, do you want to risk breaking a leg to go down a mountain?
It also showed me how out of shape I am, but I was able to enjoy the ski trip, and we ended up booking another ski trip.
That's cool.
Everyone has something they want to work on, something they want to improve on. So if you're watching this, if anyone's watching this, drop down in the comments what you're working on, and maybe we can work on something together next time. If you're still here and you'd like to see this kind of content, why not subscribe? It's free. And if you don't want to see this kind of content, well, you can leave a like and leave a comment while you're at it. All right, bye.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. I am not at that point. Last time I weighed myself, which was a couple of days ago. Let me bring it up for the Americans. kg, 2 pounds. Right now I weigh, yeah, that's it. This is where I'm at, around 97, 98, somewhere in that range. Back during the videos like a year and a half ago, I was closer to that, to 82. Like, I'm not extremely overweight by any definition, but I would like to cut down from where I am right now. Get back to where I was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. But no, that was a good video. That was definitely a good video. Sort of encouraged me to go out and do more. You're pretty healthy weight, not bad. Not for my height. Am I muted? I'm not muted. You're muted. Unmute your mic. Unless the mic just dropped weirdly. Are we good? We should be. Looks fine. Now we hear you. Okay. Yeah, no, for my height, it should be a little bit lower. Closer to like 80 something. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go probably get some food. I should probably go for a walk as well. Probably a good idea following that video. And, yeah. Now listen to the leaked podcast episode. Yes, go listen to the leaked episode. Oh, I guess I'll send you guys over to Kylo, because Kylo is streaming.